Alright, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to some more K2V2 here on Bear's Den. And I want to get started on trains, but I think today is going to be some upgrades. We're going to make steel furnaces to start with because we really need to get some better furnaces here. So we're going to start with that. And then we're probably going to work on faster assemblers. So let's see here. We need this. Let's do this back to here. Might actually need to bring that back because I think I'm gonna, rather than bringing both of these up since they're both right here, I think what we're gonna do, if I can think of how I want to do this. So basically, I want to do that, which means I'm going to have to do that. Yeah, this will work. Then I can do this. I can take this back one more, put that there, and then that there. And then we can put this here, and that'll get us both of them on the same belt. And then that'll bring that right on up here. So then we can go ahead and make our steel furnaces. And we'll just do one of these for the moment. That should be enough. Once it gets the first little bit in there, it should take long enough. Yep, that works. And we're going to need a bunch of these, but we're not going to need them a bunch at a time. So we should be able to get away with just doing one of these. I'm going to go ahead and get the oil stuff started here. And then we're going to put this here. We'll give it a steel box. And we're definitely going to want a couple stacks of these to get us going. And I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of this out of my inventory and into there. All right, so that takes care of that. And we're going to later on have chemistry stuff once we get into like this fluid chemistry here. That's going to need steel plates, but it's not going to need stone brick. What about the oil? That's the pump jack. Where's the actual... There we go. Oil processing. Oh, that doesn't need steel plates. That needs steel beams. And okay, so then we don't need all of this. This will be enough for just that right there. All right, so now assembly machines. We originally did these back with the other things that all used very similar things. Our turrets, our mining drills, all of these use the same basic components. We just need iron gears, iron beams, and automation cores to make them. But we don't have room to put in anything here to upgrade them. So we're going to go ahead and take these out of here. And we're going to move them over to here. And we're going to do this. I think this will work. So we're not going to need the same thing for both of these. I'm pretty sure. We do need iron gears for both of them. All right. And we actually need the steel plates, so we can run this up through there. And that'll give us the steel plates we need for this one. Then we'll have iron gears on this side, because that'll be needed for both of them. Then we'll have to bring up the automation core and the iron beam on that one. And then this one is just going to need electronic circuits. So then we'll have a, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, we'll put the electronic circuit on this one. Okay, so this one is going to have iron gear for one. Go ahead and spread this out a bit here. And we'll have to set up the gap proper there. All right, so this is going to have the circuit on this one. So we'll have them come up here. And I need to go grab some undergrounds real quick. Which is another thing we also need to get set up is the red belts. We might do that today as well. So we're going to do this, that. We're going to rip this out of here. There we go. And then that will take care of our circuits. Now we need to get iron beams onto this one and automation core on the other one. All right, so I'll take care of all of that. So now we can just do this and this. And then we want to have this go from here to there. And we're going to do this, except we are going to stop that one for just a moment, because we're going to put this box here. And we're going to dump all of those in there. And we're going to have this lead into there. This is going to come out. This is going to have a steel box. It's going to be set down to 1. And the reason why I'm using steel boxes is because eventually we're going to upgrade them to storage for logistics. All right, so now we want to put this in, but we want to use a red wire to this box. And we want to tell this to enable if that equals 0. So right now it's going to do absolutely nothing because there's stuff in that box. But as soon as it gets empty, then it will. So then while we are going through and upgrading things, it'll have some place that I can drop them off at, and then they can be upgraded to the next one. And eventually that will come out and it'll just be this one. And then eventually we'll put in the tier 3 version of these when we get to that point. But now I can change over to these and we can start upgrading everything to running on those instead of the other ones, which means we probably want to put in another one of these. But right now it's not going to matter because we don't have enough, because we need to actually use these and upgrade our stone brick because we're not getting enough of them. We've got such a piddly little amount coming in here. And we're definitely going to go through and upgrade all of these. I haven't done the wall yet. I'm going to do one of those live stream, or it will be a live stream, but you guys kind of won't know about it. It's going to be a live stream on the Patreon. Um, one of these nights, uh, probably in a couple days from when I'm recording this, which is actually the night before. You guys are going to see it on Wednesday, or at least the day it's going to be posted. Whether you guys see it that day or not is up to you. But probably sometime this weekend I'll be doing it. But it will be a Patreon only live stream, but then it'll come out for the rest of you a couple of days later as a regular video. All right, so our satisfaction is getting down on power. So we're going to have to deal with that soon as well. And we definitely need to get more stone miners in here, which isn't going to help with that satisfaction thing. But we will go and deal with that here in a minute. Just get these in here. Get these trees out of here. And I actually run out of belts. Give me a couple more. And set the output priority to that side. And then let's go ahead and get rid of these wooden posts and switch it over to the good ones. And actually, these down here, we can actually use. Actually, we only need one for that one because those are just fine. Oh, because that one is up too high. That's why. It needs to be there, and then it takes care of all of them. And then we can do one on this side, here and here, and that takes care of all of them. All right, that'll get that taken care of. And we're gonna need, I'm gonna do 2 more of these, 4 more of those. And we'll go ahead and put these up this way just a little bit. Go ahead and run this over to about there. I normally would put them over here, but that's kind of in the way. So, yeah, we're actually going to move that over a little bit. Let's leave a gap there. Where the hell's my boilers? There they are. Have them there. I don't have any pipes on me. What the hell? All right, that takes care of that. Then we are going to need another one of these, which I'll probably just take this one out. Let me run back and grab some belts real quick. And I just noticed that one lab up there is not running. I need to check on that. Let's see what the heck's going on. How is that power going now? Power is actually good at the moment. Not quite sure why, but it is, so. Maybe because, oh, we just got our lab production done. That's why those aren't running. Because we didn't upgrade the, we need to get these upgraded. And I only have 3 of them on me. Yeah, we need to get those upgraded, and then it looks like the red ones are the ones that are actually low, so we'll have to take care of that. I'll take care of that in a little bit. And run this up through here. And I need to make, oh, I got 3 of these. One there, one there. That'll take care of all of that. And then we'll just do that. And we're good on power at the moment. We'll have to keep an eye on this, make sure we got enough coke coming out there, but we will upgrade those as well. Now, these red belts, we just need iron gears to upgrade the belts, and then that and the yellows to upgrade those, circuits and iron gears to upgrade the underground. So let's go ahead and get that done real quick. That'll give me plenty of tools to use for my upgrades around here. So we have the iron gears. We may need to definitely probably upgrade those. How many? We've got 3 of these. Yeah, let's go ahead and just, we should have room here for 2 of these, and we can set these for the red ones. and we need that, and then this, and then we'll turn these around and have them go this way, but we'll have them drop on the near side. Now we'll have both the red and the yellow on that side. We'll have to do something a little different for this, but that's fine. We'll take care of that in a minute. And then we are actually going to want to put these over. That's going to be a problem. Because the underground well, hmm. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is move this up. Take out all of this. Not that. That'll leave us more room here for more of these if we need. But I want to be up above this. So we'll put these two here. Now we'll go there. That'll work. Take those out. We only need the gears. Well, no, we don't, because we need these for the... Why am I doing 3? I only need 2. Alright, so this will be for the underground. This will be for the splitter. And then we'll have this one over 1. This will be for the red underground. This will be for the red splitter. So then we will have inputs. There. And then we will have this come up a little bit more. Take those two out. Have that go like that. And then we'll put our boxes here. And this will be where our splitters go and our undergrounds go, which we will take back to 1 for each. And then this, that, and then like that. That'll take care of that. And then we can do... Yeah, I don't know why I put these over as far as I did. We actually want to put this here and here. Then we can do this, this. This is for the red underground. This is for the red splitter. And then we have this and that. Oh, that actually doesn't need the belt, so we don't need that for that one. And that gets this one done. And then we just need the gears and circuits for this one. And we're just going to bring these across here, which means we're going to take this one up to there. And we can have the gears come in there. And then we're going to use this one to come over here, because I'm pretty sure we're actually going to need the steel for the next one. All right, so all the oil stuff is done. Let's go ahead and get our bullet things done there and go ahead and make this, do the research for the steel tank. I don't think I'm going to care, but that'll take care of that. And then we can do output for both of these. And again, we'll just do steel ones, set them both back to 1. That'll take care of that part. And then we will do one of these, and we want to filter this one to that, and we want to filter this one to that. And yeah, I probably should just use a steel one, but I already had a wood one, so screw it. That's what we're going with. And there we go. That takes care of our belts. And it looks like we definitely need... Oh, that one's not going fast enough getting all the gears in because of how many it needs. All right. And that's why I was saying we might need to put a couple more of these in here. So let's go ahead and get that done. So now we can have extra of those. Gears are not coming in fast enough, but that's understandable. We'll work on getting the belts upgraded and the assemblers upgraded. That'll take care of all of that. And this is again something that we're not going to need all the time. I tend to do things a little bit differently depending on the dependency of them. If it's something like circuits where you're going to need them just about all the time, I try to do those in very properly distributed amounts. Where stuff like this is just, I just need to make a bunch of them all at one time, and then they just sit there. And it's fine. That's why I make a buffer chest for those. Where circuits, I don't. I just make enough of them that they can run all the time and keep up with the amount that I'm going to need. All right, so I think that's going to be it for today. We got 3 essential upgrades done, and then I believe we're going to work on engines and pumps, trains, and all that good stuff that's going to go with trains for next time. And we're going to get started on the oil soon. But like I said, in the next couple days, we're going to have a live stream where I, use a lot of this stuff. And that'll be available for everybody on our Patreon a couple days after it actually, may even be the very next day. But it'll be done in the middle of the night where probably nobody's going to watch it. But it's a lot easier to live stream it to Patreon than it is to upload it, because Patreon is a real pain to upload things to. So if you like watching the work part of Factorio, go check that out over there. Otherwise, I'll see you back here next time. Have a good one.